AI Slop is taking over YouTube by penguinz0.
Have you started to notice a lot of AI slop popping off in YouTube's algorithm?
Yes.
I know I have. I've started seeing a ton of channels that are blossoming, that are getting millions of views through purely AI-generated videos. Right now, the big ones are through shorts that are just doing like top 10 lists with an AI voice and AI images to accompany them, like top 10 facts about lizards scientists don't want you to know. It's being used to pump out shorts like that, or just making up things for shorts like, this comet narrowly missed Earth. We almost all died. And it's a brief little sci-fi story that ChatGPT cooked up that they posted. It's just made to be a content factory with videos coming every hour, hoping that some will get picked up in the algorithm that people doom scroll through, so they'll get tons of views and make money from it. But
so the way I understand this, I'm going to interrupt for just a second. I apologize, Moistcritikal. So the way that I understand it is that you're only allotted so many spaces in your upload queue a day. I think it's 4. So if I make 4 pieces of media, and media in general, that includes a YouTube post, that includes a video, that includes shorts, right? Even a stream. I understand that notifications will go out for the first 4. Now, I could be wrong. This could be subjective. This could be different at different levels. So I'm sure Charlie could put out 20 videos a day if he wanted to. And I'm sure a lot of them would see a lot of success. I don't know what the hard rule and limit is. I do know that there is, from what people have said, there is a limit. So, especially when we're talking about content farming, which a lot of React content is, I think people like they assume that you're wrong. There's bad React content out there. Please cite when I've ever said there is not bad React content out there. I very specifically cite repeatedly there is bad React content out there. There are, in fact, content farms out there. I work very hard every single day to try to not be that problem, to try to be better, to be the ethical, nebulous difference that people try to want. So, I'm getting back to the upload limit thing, especially if you're able to, because I saw a YouTuber, they were sponsored by like an AI shorts thing. Like you could input a prompt and it would generate the AI short. And it was like a sub fee, like you pay for like Netflix or something. And that blew my mind. Not necessarily because the technology exists, but that it's so open and brazen. I also want to cite, we're so against React content to the point that even the good React content, people will consistently just go and crap on. I still have comments to this day that talk about, well, stop pausing the video. Just give me that one dude. Stop pausing the video. Let Moistcritikal talk. Go watch the original video. I say this every time I see it. I laugh at this point because it's actually really funny. But like, I think there is an absolute problem here, and I want to see how deep down this rabbit hole he goes.
Even outside of just throwaway shorts, AI is now being utilized for long-form content, and it is doing exceptionally well, especially in true crime. We talked about this on stream like 2 weeks ago, but AI is making true crime channels, and they are getting oodles of views, making a substantial amount of money, I would imagine, through the AdSense. And it's not just AI regurgitating other true crime works, you know, it's not them going over the Zodiac Killer with AI voices and AI images. It's just making up things so it can post a true crime video every day, just blatantly fraudulent stories, just fanfic, in order to try and capitalize off people's curiosity in the true crime community, because they've all heard the big boys. They're all familiar with the, you know, more popular true crime subjects.
Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy, God, I mean, the list goes on. Like, there's the true crime community is something that I've frequented a bit. I mean, it's one of those that I have to take in moderation, just because mental, right? I can only hear so much about insert very despicable act here, insert what their thought process was, insert their degenerative mental spiral into committing what actions they did, right? So I do limit myself on that, but it is a very prominent thing. If you can break into that market, there's a lot of people that will watch you. 100%. Like that is an it's not an untapped market, don't get me wrong, but if you can make it work, like there is a dedicated audience. And that gets into how YouTube is box like, right? Where, hi, you are a Warhammer 40K channel. Hi, you are a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Hi, you are a political commentary channel. And YouTube will have that. But if you try to say be a Yu-Gi-Oh channel and then you pivot to 40K, it doesn't necessarily work. You don't see that same level of success. If you have a channel that discusses tragic events throughout history, the algorithm's not going to know something to do with when you discuss, I don't know, John Moses Browning and the construction of the 1911, right? Might want to have a separate channel for that. But that's just how YouTube works.
So right now they're using AI to cook up make-believe ones. So like the dark and twisted mind of Serge Orphanheim, the Slytherin that took things too far. And you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know this story. So people are clicking on it and it's getting hundreds of thousands of views. Or something like the Three-Armed Massacre, the man with 5 arms that killed an entire town using nothing more than a handful of sand. It's just all horseradish. It's not real, but people don't know that. And then they'll click on it, and then some people don't realize that it's all AI slop and just not real at all. It's super sad because, again, AI is still pretty primitive in this regard, and it's only going to get more sophisticated to the point where people really won't have any clue. Right now, if you got your thinking caps on and you aren't just mindlessly watching shit with your brain turned off, like you got the...
Dude, please, thank you. Oh my god, I love that he says this. Oh my god, dude, please, be an adult, be a critical thinker, be able to read. Like, come on, words is said, words is written. Please, for the love of God, think, like, engage. Oh, this is why I love him.
Orb of confusion in your pocket, you should be able to recognize that a channel like this is all fake stories and AI videos, but some people don't, and it's doing really well. Every video is almost...
Do you know what I would do for a consistent 500,000? I mean, not pay, obviously, because that's against YouTube TOS, and to me, that's morally and ethically bankrupt, right? Do you know what I would do to be on this level? To be able to show... Here's the thing, I would just react, and I kind of do this, don't get me wrong. I would just react to whatever, right? And Moistcritikal has had videos in the past where there was the hot dog channel, right? That he came across in Moistcritikal Reacts, right? Like him reacting to it. And that channel blew up to like, what, 600,000 subscribers at the time of that video? Like, there are ethical things that can be done. Absolutely. Like, dude, I would do a lot. The issue is just really breaking into that. And well, part of it's what he's saying, right? It's just, watching content with the orb of confusion in your pocket. People don't necessarily want to engage. It's why I consistently have comments that say, just watch the video. Stop pausing. Stop adding commentary. Do you understand what a reaction is, my guy? If you went to watch Star Wars Episode 6 for the first time, and after the movie, you're like, oh, well, I really liked this plot point. I actually really like the dynamic between Luke and Vader. I thought that the Anakin redemption was pretty cool. Wow, you're giving organic commentary, reacting to what you just saw? Weird. And obviously, there's appropriate times to do so. Oh my god. It's so weird.
Exactly the same AI narrator telling a story that just didn't happen, and the stories are almost identical every time, too.
No.
And there's tons of channels doing this. This one happens to be getting a lot of traction over the last few months, but there's many others in the AI true crime community. But what I want to talk about is one that I just stumbled upon today, where AI is now being used for like old viral videos. So things like an America's Got Talent breakout superstar that gets 20 million views on YouTube. Well, people have taken notice that those videos get very popular, and now they're using AI to make up their own America's Got Talent videos, and those videos are getting millions of views. I went over a few of them on stream last night. It is so fucking peculiar, and there are tons of channels. There is a new one of these generated every hour, and some channels are getting like 5-10 million views on some of the videos that they make, and it's all completely AI generated. It's not real.
I'm gonna be honest. I wonder. So here's my hypothesis. I don't know how we test this, so we're gonna treat this as merely a hypothesis at this point in time. I wonder if there is in fact a parallel. But already discussed at length in this video about people who don't want reactions and reactions. So when you boil it down to the core issue of why, they just want the original video, potentially with just a slightly different coat of paint. Sure, parasocial aspects, sure, whatever. But I think the core here is that people want to watch. They want to not necessarily engage with something. They want to obviously be entertained, but I guess passively entertained, right? Where something like if you watch blue collar comedy, right? And you know, Bill Engvall's just like, oh god, what was it? If you see orange juice that says concentrate and you stare at it, you might be a redneck. And then insert, not necessarily a laugh track, but audience laughter there. You're actively engaging. I love Bill Engvall, by the way. Blue collar comedy is fantastic. I feel like I would love Ron White more as I've aged. But like, you see how you're engaging at that point versus watching AI slop. And don't get me wrong, there are some YouTubers that do this as well, right? There was a channel that did come under fire for back-to-back Mr. Beast KSI videos. I thought they were funny for the first little bit. I wanted to do other thing with my time. I understood what the channel was. I understood that it was a shitpost commentary channel. I thought it was pretty funny. But like, it definitely came under fire. You'll probably know which one. That being said, like, you're passively just intaking it. It's like doom scrolling. So if we apply the concept of person not wanting to engage, wanting to just accept information without having to think about it, and we also take that doom scrolling mentality, I feel that there could be a strong correlation to the kinds of people that will watch this. Now, I'm not quite willing to say anything in regards to them buying views for an initial startup, right? I think that would be very disingenuous for me to say. I would actually hard believe that all of these were organic numbers, because you see it on TikTok, you see it on Meta Reel, Facebook Reels, right? You see it in YouTube Shorts, you see that just scrolling mindlessly is a thing. So I wonder where the correlation is here, if a correlation and causation does exist here. I wonder if the funny circle chart with the bit crossing in the middle, I wonder if that's the bit we're looking at.
I saw this earlier today, and I only watched one video. But this seems to be a huge AI trend right now where they take just blatantly false things like the America's Got Talent show contestants and give them a sob story, and they are getting millions of views. It's so weird. So, like, I haven't seen this one, but heart-wrenching. 5-year-old stuns talent with emotional song for parents lost in the war.
So actually, due to copyright, I hear that copyright with AI is damn near non-existent. Now, I don't know where necessarily the whole deepfake argument comes, because that's what Johnny Somali, one of the charges that is being alleged on him right now, is. It is using a deepfake, right? Especially if it's used the AI. Like, and that's the thing, is like we have legal precedent that AI art cannot be copyrighted. So the part that I'm curious about is what happens if you just have a bunch of entities that start copyright claiming and striking AI videos. What happens if I, as John Kip, React Channel Extraordinaire, were to react to an AI video? Could the AI art, could they copyright me? Legally, no. But then again, we start getting into the argument where copyright and legality don't necessarily intersect in the most ideal way on YouTube, right? We had a number of Halo creators, from what I understand. I know Hidden Xperia was the big one, who were talking about recent Halo leaks, to which Microsoft issued copyright strikes against the channels, to which I had a discussion with a fabulous individual, to which they said it gets into boohoo. So I said, and I still do stand by this to a degree, that if it is their content and you're using their content without their permission, you are susceptible to copyright, whether that be a strike, whether that be a claim, whether that be a takedown request, etc. Right? You are still using someone else's content. To which the response by this highly educated individual, who does know a fair amount about copyright law, said that gets into boohoo, the poor billion-dollar corporation territory. To which that led into, it led into the concept of like being transformative, right? And if you take information, especially if information is publicly accessible, especially under the understanding that a lot of leaks are what the company is okay with getting out there, I mean, there's a number of factors that go into this, as with anything legal. But we know that reasonably, when someone, if someone has legal claim, they can use this YouTube copyright system, right? But the copyright system itself has flaws and has been consistently abused in the past. So I wonder, even if AI cannot be copyrighted legally, if we're still going to see a influx of these channels who will copyright anyone for talking about their videos, especially in a censorship capacity, because we've had, how many YouTubers have we had use the copyright tool as a form of censorship? We're going to run into the same issues again. AI is here to stay. It's not like it's not 3D. It's not insert thing here, right? It's not some fad. AI is going to stay for all intents and purposes, especially with loose legality attached to it.
And it's just AI. It's not actually a segment from the show, but if you go to the comments, people are like, God bless his heart. Such a brave boy. See, like clockwork. We're already reaching a point where they can't tell blatantly AI dog shit from real stuff anymore. I'll watch that in a minute, Toto. Thanks for membership, Samuel. Like, it's not even edited well.
Hello, my name is Issa.
This is clearly copyrighted, though. If anything, you could argue that's a incredibly poor... What's the word? Chroma key. That's an incredibly poor chroma key.
5 years old, and I'm from Senegal. My parents loved me so much, but I lost them in the war when we were trying to escape from Ukraine. Now,
I have expected, like, the...
This moves like AI. Like the motions, they're there.
Aw, sound effect or something there.
For them, to tell them how much I miss them and how much I love them. Even though they're not with me anymore, I know they're still watching over me from heaven. This song is for them, so they know they will always be in my heart.
Man, this 5-year-old is really able to articulate his thoughts well.
Dude, it's wild. Dude, this 5-year-old is able to articulate better than adults I've spoken with. There's some adults that I've spoken with, it sounds like they're having an aneurysm when they try to speak.
And to understand that even though there's pain, love never goes away.
Powerful message. Powerful message. Share it on Facebook ASAP.
I lost my mom. I lost my dad.
You know this is absolutely going on Facebook 100%. I think that might be the demographic. Outside of bots, potential bots, this might actually be targeted at the Facebook crowd. That would make a lot of sense. Well, a lot of Facebook.
Shattered into pieces.
Inspired lyrics.
It's literally
auto-tuned. What do you mean?
in this lonely silence. We crossed mountains, we crossed the sea, looking for a place where dreams could be. But the sky turned dark so suddenly, and they never woke up again.
If I hear GLaDOS, see here, the bait and switch shit post would have been GLaDOS, right? Just like Still Alive coming on. I think then everyone would have taken this just fantastic. I think it would have been great. The GLaDOS being the bait and switch would have been amazing.
Get your lighters out. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, we're just going to completely avoid that audio. We're going to completely just all of that.
What happened there?
What happened there? I think it's because the AI probably thought it was a lead to a breakdown or a like Stairway to Heaven when the part comes on where it absolutely just goes to a fucking 10 out of 10. That's what I think it is.
Took them away from me. I'll never forget their love is in my skin. Even as the world falls,
Visual glitch?
I'll hold it deep within. That embrace.
So it's not satire. I see a lot of people saying that it's satire. It's not. So it's...
But Moistcritikal, stop pausing the video. You see how dumb it is when I say it? You see how dumb it is? You see how literally you have people like Moistcritikal, literally people who will react to something, they'll watch something and they'll pause it? You see how dumb it is when I say that? Ah, get the drool bucket, my guy.
It's designed to be algorithmically successful because all of those Got Talent things with like, shocking. A former fry cook learns to flip Krabby Patties the old-fashioned way,
Based.
gets golden buzzer at AGT 2023
Nice.
with like 20 million views. like it's designed for that crowd that will just like mindlessly click on those. At least it's not 30 minutes long. Yeah, but there's so many channels that are doing this now.
Yeah.
Like so many. The two biggest I saw are these: Future Earth Insights, your ultimate destination for exploring the mysteries of our planet and the cosmic forces shaping its future. Here we dive into predictions, scientific phenomena, and visionary insights about Earth's destiny. It's all just AI, America's Got Talent nonsense. So I'm guessing whoever owns this channel bought this from whatever this used to be for the subscriber count, and now they just pump out these videos. It's all like kind of the same thing. Jesus Christ appears on Got Talent America. The world stopped in shock at his powerful message. This one's 30 minutes.
Good God, why? If you're watching all 30 minutes of this and it's not for like YouTube, like a YouTube bit, like coming out, like, yeah, so I watched this so you didn't have to. Dude, seek some help. Seek some actual professional help. Like, there's something going on. There's something wrong.
But this is what YouTube is going to become, like almost exclusively this.
Yes.
As AI gets more and more sophisticated.
Got Talent. Not to display a skill, but to share a message that transcends time and circumstances.
No.
A message of hope
Where is he?
and love.
Bring him down from the rafters.
I am not here to win an award or applause.
My intrusive thought was, because he said bring him down from the rafters, my intrusive thought suddenly just expected a funny rope with a knot at the end. That was bad.
But to touch your hearts and ignite a light that can transform your lives. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall become before men, that they
Yeah! Golden buzzer!
Father in heaven.
Literally just Moistcritikal on
Do not
stage.
think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly I
Oh, they're
say,
laughing at him.
till heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle will by any means pass from the law, till all is fulfilled.
Probably not tonight, Valdi. We'll see.
Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so, shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn, the one time I skip
But
America's
whoever
Got
does and
Talent,
teaches
Jesus
them,
appears.
he shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. Do not only love those who love you, for even those who do not.
I keep looking away. Like, this is actually me just genuinely uncomfortable and just shifting, trying to look anywhere else but there. Like, that's not a bit. That is genuine discomfort.
Do not fear, I am by your
That's not Jesus.
every
It must be a multi-part performance. Brought out the Virgin Mary.
divine
Awful.
love is your shelter. It will always be your best friend in the desert. I will be your water in the storm. Your calm.
Literally heard, like, Nightcore back in 2008. That was far better than this. Come on now.
Oh my god, what happened? They kill him? Oh, this must be the crucifixion. Oh my god.
The gator!
What does this have
This is just Florida. We did it. We found Florida.
to do with Jesus? They've got her in there with the Crocs. And breastfeeding a baby on a unicycle.
What's happening?
Oh god, don't do it! Ah! Ah! And it does really well. Millions
it.
of views for a lot of these. The comments are bots, Charlie. Nah, that's cope. That's what you want to convince yourself. Go on Facebook and look at like the 50-year-olds and the shit they share. It's almost
Yes, that's the one. So, like, I offer the caveat. There are some pretty cool 50-year-olds, okay? They're like in SCA and stuff. There's some cool 50-year-olds. Like, sure, I think we can apply insert boomer meme here. I think we can. I do have to hard agree with him. Like, because someone in chat was also just like, they're just these have got to be bots, right? I don't necessarily agree. I don't have anything to base that on. I don't have any sort of metric to compare that with. I actually do believe these are genuine views, at least a good portion of them. because YouTube does apparently adjust. Simon Whistler was talking about this. YouTube does adjust your income depending on something that they do. So if you say buy views, they'll adjust it because you've bought views. Don't buy views. Like, just don't do that. It's not ethical. It's not moral. Pretty sure it's against platform TOS. Just don't do it. Like, there's some pretty cool 50-year-olds out there. Dude, I don't even think it's necessarily an age thing. There are absolutely 20-some-year-olds who will fall for this, and they'll think it's real. Like, I think that it comes down to an education issue, and I think it comes down to, like, how do I word it? Just an idiocracy issue? Question mark? I think that's how we word it.
It's all AI now. Brother, did you forget that only 2 years ago, every Facebook grandma in America was sending my picture around thinking that it was a photo of Jesus, like a painting? And the
Nice.
meme was, our society has fallen so far from the grace of God, most people won't stop to just leave a like to Jesus.
That's so funny.
So I have no doubt there are definitely bots in the comments of a lot of these.
Sure.
But mixed in with the bots are absolutely people like those very out of touch octogenarians on Facebook as well that just believe absolutely anything that floats across their screen. Divine being performs goodness of God, AGT, judges can't believe it. What is this thumbnail?
My mom always
The thumbnails are clearly dude, I can't. We're literally like 3 frames in. I can't do it, dude. This
told
hurts.
me that God is good, even when we can't understand the
Damn,
things
Simon's already
happening
tearing
around
up. It's
us.
powerful.
She used to tell me that his goodness always reminds me that God created all of us with a purpose.
Man, stop
And that his
yapping.
love
What's the goodness of God?
There was a time
Do a
when
command.
That's literally not how proportions work. Dude, this physically hurts. I feel the headache coming on. I might actually have an aneurysm right now. Like, I feel it.
Mayo wave.
came to our village.
Do you smell toast? I think I smell toast.
Those people practice things
What the fuck is
that
that?
hurt others.
Yeah.
And she
Who
asked
interrupted
me
him?
not to go near them. Strange happened. And since then, I started feeling that something was different inside of me. I don't know how to explain it, but there are moments when I feel like I'm not the same boy I used to be. My mom would say
Jesus
to me
Christ, I
every
don't care about the
night a
lore.
song about
What's the
Dude, this AI is trying to match me for run-on sentences. Good God. Do you know what a period is? I sure don't. The amount of comments and semicolons I end up using before actually using the period, it's a problem.
goodness of God?
goodness. And she would say that he always
Oh, it's just another song. Lame.
I hate this. I hate everything about this.
They're very Jesus and God centered. Yeah, because like that is the easiest one to play to. That is absolutely the
There's a commentary there. I'm not brave enough to dive into that. My defense for not getting into that is I'm an idiot. Huh. What are you gonna do? Tell me I'm not an idiot? That's not how the internet works.
layup that you can just make AI content for and people will spread around. A tattoo of himself on himself is such a Chad move. Oh yeah, the Jesus with the Jesus tattoo is pretty hard. How many grandparents do you think actually believe these? I don't know, it's hard to say, but probably quite a bit. These channels made the rounds on Reddit and Twitter a couple months ago. I'd say 90% watched the videos ironically.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. 90% wouldn't account for 3 million views, or this channel with 4, 2, 1, 1, 1. That's millions of views to be watching ironically. But they pump these out.
I'm sure there might be some astroturfing. I don't know. Once again, I don't really have a point of reference. Maybe they have some sort of astroturfing view and engagement botting to get a startup, to get a foot up in the algorithm. And then they go from there. Like, then it's just organic from there. It could be. It's entirely possible.
Out like every hour, or I guess every day on this channel.
So, I hated everything about that. Obviously, Charlie was fine. Loved it. Thought it was a cool piece. This is one of those things where every time we try to beat our chests about React content, every few months, why are we not doing anything about AI? Just honest, genuine question. Like, obviously, from a legal standpoint, AI gets into gets into a weird legal territory, right? Where if someone was to use my likeness as an AI, like Kip AI, like this model, ability to copyright it comes into question. It's actually why I'm not I'm fine with fan art. I'm fine with like things. I just ask no AI, please. Just doesn't quite sit well with me. But yeah. So when we want to beat our chests about how React content creators are the scum of the platform, does Charlie not react? Does he not quite literally do what I do? Not saying that I'm on his level by any means, right? But he pauses, he engages. I think he engages far better than I do. I think he's far more organic about it. I think I could probably cut down on the number of pauses because I know I try to do the best I can. I try to make sure what I do is as quality as I can, and then what insight I can. So, I mean, debate, why does it work versus not work, right? There's valid criticism in the pausing too much. The issue is when you just want to re-upload, just watch the original video. So I think that there's some overlapping metrics here. I think that there is some absolutely organic data here, and this concerns me. This was the perfect video, so thank you, Moistcritikal, for uploading this. Link in the description to this original video as well as his channel. Like this, why are we not talking about this? Why do we want to consistently berate channels that react? Why do we want to berate channels that do quote-unquote low-effort content? But this is clearly fine. Thing to think about for the day. Have a good one.